for more boys soccer action from the Brownsville Sports Park. This is Mac High taking on Nikki Rowe. McAllen in the purple and gold, and Nikki Rowe in the white with the green trim. And this is pool play as we are starting to narrow down the final 4 games of day 1 here on the main field, the turf field. Rowe Warriors with the ball to start this game, and they'll work into the wind and get a shot on goal on the first possession to start this game. Mackay will have the wind at their back as we start this game, and they can utilize that to their advantage. Some teams have. Other teams have managed to score into the teeth of this wind, as was the case with the Hannah Golden Eagles in their last game when they scored 4 goals into the wind. Nikki Rowe in the backfield working the ball. And now they'll work it to the far right side. Jesus Sanchez tries to track it down. He gets there. Tries to get around the defense, and then that one ricochets off the back wall. It's going to be touched last by the Mackay Bulldogs. And that one goes off the back. So an opportunity that time for Nikki Rowe. Now the shadows are going to creep in. They're going to play a factor in our camera. I've been here at this facility before, and it becomes a chore to get the white balance set correctly. Mac High, we're in the first half. Twenty-minute halves in these broadcasts. Short break and then an even shorter break between games. Nikki Rowe has it on the offensive end. Middle of the field is Sanchez. Sanchez with a pass forward, looking for Cesar Gonzalez, but it's an offside. And the Bulldogs will work the ball in the offensive end momentarily. But right now, the Rowe Warriors are winning the race to the ball. Now Mackay with a little better spacing for the Bulldogs. And an opportunity. Esteban Mendoza puts it forward. Now a collision occurs. And a free kick is going to come up for the Bulldogs inside that 20-yard line. And here it comes, right at the goal, but that arc's far left. So a missed opportunity there for the Mackay Bulldogs. Battle of McAllen here in Brownsville on a Thursday evening. Rowe Warriors trying to mount something on offense from the middle of the field, but look at the recovery that time by the defense of the Mackay Bulldogs. Mendoza showed good speed to get there and control that ball. Staying with the offense, Mendoza has it on the right side for the Bulldogs. That pass deflected. Fernando Morado with a pass. Work the ball to the right side for the Bulldogs. Deep penetration there, and then a collision occurs. And they'll give the ball to the Warriors. Ball in the middle of the field. No real scoring opportunities developing yet here in the early part of this game. That one will roll off the back. Wind right now at the back of the Mackay Bulldogs. Pace takes on Edinburgh in our next game. That'll be our final boys soccer broadcast for the day. Then we'll wrap it up with 2 girls games here on this field when they turn the lights on. Mackay stays in control of the ball. Thanks again for joining us on our broadcast here on RealSportsLive.com. Bulldogs put that in front of the goal, and that one's a near scoring opportunity. Bulldogs back on the attack. Warriors drifted back into the goal area. Bulldogs continue to push the issue, keeping it intact down here on the offensive end of the field. We've had games in which an entire half has been played right here with the benefit of the wind at the back. And yet we've had halves played in which the wind was no factor at all. Just depends on how a team attacks with this wind. Bulldogs will space the field. Dylan Martinez with a pass forward. That's too far. Taken away by the Rowe Warriors. They'll try the left sideline. Jesus Sanchez has it. Dribbles through a couple of defenders. Sanchez from the left. Puts it on goal, and it's saved right there. Edgar Adrea Barbosa on the save for the Bulldogs. Now the Bulldogs on the attack. In the open field, Brian Perez. Good pass on point right in front. Here's Perez with a shot, and it's going to be saved by the Warriors. Bulldogs maintain control of the base. Deflects off a couple of defenders. Taken away by Nikki Rowe. Each team exchanges possession again, and now the ball goes out of bounds. And we'll go the other way. Soccer today, soccer and basketball tomorrow, and then back here Saturday to wrap up coverage of the first soccer tournament of the season here in Brownsville. Bulldogs with a chance. Defense nicely done that time by the Rowe Warriors. Mackay presses the issue again. Oscar Huerta has it. That shot's deflected. Rowe Warriors, can they push the issue here? Nice job by the defense again by the Mackay Bulldogs. Right back on the offensive end. From the right side, Antonio Hernandez has that one taken away by Fernando Morado. Stoppage in play. Rowe with the free kick. Jerry Zuniga's pass deflected off, but into the position for Brendan Vasquez. Vasquez finds Gonzalez for that shot. Nothing doing. More games coming your way tomorrow morning. And then basketball coverage. Just keep watching the website for our basketball schedule for tomorrow. That's, shall we say, under construction. I know there's 4 games from Laredo coming up. Now have an opportunity for a Mercedes game potentially to be on the site tomorrow night. Working out some details on that and some other potential broadcasts here in the RGV. Pass forward for the Bulldogs. Their defense gets back. And this will be a corner kick coming up for the Rowe Warriors. So after having multiple offensive chances for the Mac High Bulldogs, the Warriors will get a chance here. Warriors arc this one in front of the goal. Out of there by the defense of the Bulldogs. Good pass. Warriors get it right back. Each team exchanges yet again. Warriors have the ball. Now to the left side. Goalie comes out to get that. You can see the spacing right now is tight enough where these exchanges going back and forth are relatively quick because defenders and offensive players are spaced close together, bunched up around the ball. Warriors back with the ball on the attack. Ball deflected by the Bulldogs, rolls calmly back to the Warrior goalie. Again, when that ball is in the middle of the field, you'll see 4 players from each team converge near the ball. The spacing just tight. Seen teams that's the way they run their offense. That's the way they'll operate. They'll go with the short pass and control approach versus the long runs downfield. And when both teams play to that style, then you have what's going on right now, and that is just possession, 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 change, change, change. And you just wait for the opportunity for a ball to clear or off of a corner or a free kick. Bulldogs with the ball. Out of bounds it goes. The Warriors will try to set something up here on that sideline. And it'll be Bulldog ball. Long kick will roll all the way down and out of bounds. But it will change the possession as far as the field position goes. But they'll struggle to get a ball in play as they'll send that ball boy all the way down the field. And now we're back to play. Warriors on the attack. Push the ball into the front side. Picked up by the Bulldogs. Now the Warriors take it back. Warriors from that left side with a rare moment of space for Edson Hernandez. Hernandez with a pass. That's deflected out of bounds by the Mac High defense. That one goes out of the back area. Slow pace to this game right now. Substitution check again for Nikki Rowe. Check that for Mac High and Nikki Rowe. For the Bulldogs, Francisco Camacho checks back in the game. For the Warriors, who sent us a roster and asked us to give it back, didn't list number 16. Warriors with the ball. Bulldogs with a steal. Have it on the right side. Juan Medina with the ball. Harassed defensively. They stick with possession. Zach Ayala. Ayala now gets to the right side, but now the ball comes in. There's a shot that goes wide, but the whistle had blown before that. And a free kick coming up for the Bulldogs of Mac High. And this will be a scoring opportunity for the Bulldogs here in the first half. 20-minute halves. The score clock is not running today. Again, I think that's just by choice of not having operators up here for this first day of the tournament. Shot right on goal, saved by the Warriors. Ball up for grabs in the middle of the field. Put in play by the Bulldogs, but nothing but Warriors back there to retrieve that. Warriors again put it towards the middle of the field. Pass into traffic, picked off by the Bulldogs. Dylan Martinez. Martinez passes it off. Cross into the midfield area on the offensive end for the Bulldogs. Centering pass, but nothing there. Through the defense, and then on the backside, Fernando Moreto is able to kick that out of bounds. Throw in real quick for the Bulldogs, but the Warriors haven't missed fire on a pass, but they're fortunate. There was no one there for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs back on the offensive end. Whistle blows as one of the Bulldogs goes down. But Dylan Martinez able to get up under his own power. And the pace is a bit slower than some of the games we've seen. Free kick by the Bulldogs. Just put that in the middle of the field in the offensive end, but no opportunity to score. A lot of physical contact around the ball on both sides. Little to no separation. We'll take a break here and halftime. We'll get you set for our next game. And that is the end of the first half of play. Scoreless between Mac High and Nikki Rowe. We'll be back with the second half. High school sports continues on RealSportsLive.com.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
My name is Ben Smith, and I'm the General Manager at the Palmview location. The door and window department at Mott's Building Materials is one of the largest in the valley. Our experts can help you figure out what's best for you and your budget. We have many brands, and we have an in-house door shop. Need to replace a door quickly? With our large selection, you can find what you need and walk out with it today. Mott's Building Materials. Built on history, built on family, built on trust.
Doing some gardening or home improvements this weekend? Visit Habitat for Humanity Restore before you start. Check out habitatrgb.org for more info, or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff, great prices, great cause.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
My name is Ben Smith, and I'm the General Manager at the Palmview location. The door and window department at Mott's Building Materials is one of the largest in the valley. Our experts can help you figure out what's best for you and your budget. We have many brands, and we have an in-house door shop. Need to replace a door quickly? With our large selection, you can find what you need and walk out with it today. Mott's Building Materials. Built on history, built on family, built on trust.
Back here, we're already ready for the second half in the Mackay Bulldogs. We'll see if anyone mounts any kind of offense here. In this game, it was all defense in the first half, dominated by two teams that were just marking every player and applying intense pressure around the ball at any given time. And that's how we start play here in the second half. Mackay going right to left. They're in the purple uniforms. The visitors were in the second half. 20 minutes here to decide this one, or we'll go to penalty kicks. We've had one of those earlier today, a 0-0 tie. Now the Bulldogs with a chance in the offensive end, but the Rowe Warriors will control it. Get it back out near the midfield stripe, and you can see that the Bulldogs are more in an attack mode here to start this second half. Shot right on goal. Kicked out on a good save by the Warriors goalie. And a little more up-tempo to the pace for the Bulldogs. That one's going to be blown dead. Rowe to put it into play. Down the sideline, over the head of the defenders, and then back further. Bulldogs have plenty of coverage on that back row. Strike it forward with a good pass. Jesus Mendoza handled it. Now they'll go to the right side, far side of the field for the Bulldogs. And then the pass off the mark. Ian Areola with a pass for the Rowe Warriors, but that will roll out of bounds. Warriors have the wind at their back here in this second half. We'll see if they can take advantage of that to create some spacing and maybe an opportunity. Bulldogs thus far has been the aggressor in this second half. The wind appears to pick up. I didn't think it could pick up any more than what it was. Its presence is known. Bulldogs with the ball in the midfield area. This is how the pace of the game was in the first half. Multiple exchanges between these two teams. And limited attack opportunities. Reason being the spacing around the ball is bunched, and then behind both teams is a line of defense waiting should anyone break free. Shot by the Bulldogs. That ricochets off, and it stays in on the offensive end for Mackay. They'll put it down to the left side. Little room here. Shot goes up high wide. And that was an opportunity that time for Sergio Llanes. Llanes had a good look that time. He was clear, goalie in front, but still had room to try to find an angle to solve that goal. Nothing doing, still scoreless. They go 20-minute halves, 5-minute halftime, and then roughly 8 to 10 minutes in between games. That makes for a long day in the press box, my friends. As Emilio makes his way up into the press box, so we'll have some additional help for us up here. We're about to turn the lights on inside the press box. Let's see, though. Bulldogs with the ball on the far side of the field. That one goes out of bounds. as we continue to exchange possession here in this game. Still looking for our first goal of the game. Bulldogs with the ball on that far corner, working it forward, and then the whistle blows. No, it stays in play. Rowe Warriors with it on the defense, trying to get it out of this end of the field. Now a little clearer out, and they'll try to run it forward. Can they race it down? Warriors could have numbers out of this from the corner. Bulldogs recover nicely, and the defense will get it out of bounds. So the Warriors will have to do something on a throw-in. Scoreless after a half. We're in the second half of play here between Nikki Rowe in the white and Mac High in the purple. Substitution checks in for the Rowe Warriors. Onto the field, Diego Gill. The Bulldogs get it back. And here comes Allie running back up these bleachers. My friend, she's in better shape than 90% of the athletes we cover here on Rio Sports Live. Our first day on the job as an intern here with us. And dare say I am tired. That time, Allie ran down the bleachers all the way around the field and then sprinted back up here. And she wakes up in the morning and wonders, why am I sore? She's doing a great job getting the rosters. Amelia is going to take over some camera operations here. Maybe give Michael a break so he can come up and sit down for a little bit. On a day that we've covered soccer from start to finish. There's a free kick coming up for the Rowe Warriors. This is a golden opportunity to score a goal, and one goal may do it here in this game for the Warriors. About 30 yards out. Wind at the back. Warriors will put this in play. Line drive. That's right off the goalie. Rebound again. Two saves. Another rebound off the goalpost. And it still stays in play, and finally they blow it dead. Great goalkeeping by the Mac High Bulldogs, and then one off the goalpost, and you can't get any closer to scoring a goal than what they had right there. Mark that down as one of the best plays from goal in this tournament, point blank. It's the best we've seen here on the turf all day long. That we'll put on the highlight reel. Mac High. If they win this game, they can thank that series of plays right there by their goalkeeper. Yes, they got some assistance as one ricocheted off the goalpost, but other than that, that was just outright terrific play. Ball out of bounds. The Warriors will have it on a throw-in. Warriors on the attack. Bulldogs now take it away defensively, and they'll set it up to the middle of the field. Dribbling is Jesus Mendoza. Mendoza with a pass. Too far to the right side. Warriors there to get that and put it out of play. Still a long line of buses here. It was impressive earlier today when you could see just nothing but yellow for most of the parking lot. Right here at the main parking area of the Brownsville Sports Park. Bulldogs with the ball. Just outside the box now from the left side. They'll get a little spacing. Try to center it, but the Rowe Warriors are there to recover that. Keeping it in play on the offensive end for the Bulldogs. They'll work it to the right side. Mendoza with a touch to the far side. And the ball goes out, meaning corner kick coming up for Mac High. Maybe their chance to score a goal here in this second half. Scoreless thus far. Warriors will bunch it up inside the box. Bulldogs to put it in play. Arcs outside the box. Warriors, can they push this down the sideline? Long pass. Bulldogs will recover that. Rolls all the way back into the goal area and out of bounds. So the Bulldogs will put it into play. Bulldogs still with the ball. Still looking for our first goal of this game. Good spacing this time downfield. Stoppage in play here, right in front of the goal area. For an injury to one of the Bulldogs. He appears to be okay. And now a grand opportunity for the Bulldogs to score a goal here. On the penalty kick. Or it's a free kick from just outside the box. This is a free kick, not a penalty kick. Free kick coming up for the Bulldogs. Here it comes, and it sails into the goal. First goal of the game, and the Bulldogs take the lead late here in the second half. Tremendous spot that time for the Bulldogs. Into the wind. And in the goal. 1-0 lead for the Bulldogs. So the Warriors, again, will look back on that chance to score when they had 3 players right in position to put that ball into the net. Nothing doing. Mac High, though, on their chance, capitalizes. Leads 1-0. Somewhere around 5 minutes left in this game. Again, no score clock operating here on the main field. So we're doing our best to gauge this time on the fly here from our own. But it's not exact. It's not what's on the field. To the second. Bulldogs now with the lead. Push it on the offensive end. And if they play defense in the first half, imagine what they're going to do now with the lead. They can mark the ball, as they did in the first half, prevent any type of spacing or runs towards the goal by the Rowe Warriors. Warriors have the ball on the far side of the field. Try to get it down the sideline. And they'll get it to the left side. Can they get there? Is that going to go out of bounds? Out of bounds it goes. Mac High recovers, leading 1-0 on the strength of a second half goal. Ball thrown in, but before that a whistle blows. One of the Bulldogs was shaken up. So they will walk across the field to attend to him. Advantage Mac High as time will go off the clock. And they haven't had much stoppage play added on to any games thus far that we've played here today on this field. It will be Bulldog ball. Jesus Mendoza was the player shaken up. He is okay, walking off under his own power. Bulldogs throw it in down the sideline with a 1-0 lead. Whistle blows as soon as the ball comes into play. It's going to be Rowe ball. The Warriors with a free kick. They can put this ball into the box. They'll elect to go down the sideline on the attack. Bulldogs there to take it away with a tackle, but then a whistle blows. Another free kick coming up for the Rowe Warriors. We're going to have to start pushing the envelope a little further on the pace of this game because there's not much time left. Warriors with the free kick. This is as close to a corner kick as you can get. So they'll put this ball in front of the goal, but it sails off line. That's a missed chance for the Warriors. Missed chances happen in the second half, and also some great goalkeeping by the Mac High Bulldogs to prevent the Warriors from scoring. Bulldogs have it with the lead. Warriors take it away. We're getting down to the final stages of this game. Bulldogs with the ball again. Throw in by the Bulldogs. The Warriors just can't get anything mounted on the offensive end. And now defensively, they're just trying to prevent Mac High from controlling the end of this game and running out the clock. Warriors will get a free kick from their side of the field. Again, with the wind at their back, they can place this ball deep downfield with a kick here. Bulldog defense there to recover that ball easily. They'll work it to the middle of the field. You can see the spacing. They've widened the field quite a bit compared to the first half, especially now with this lead for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs, Antonio Hernandez right there, passes it forward. That shot goes out of bounds. Ball belongs to the Bulldogs, who lead. At any time now, they could blow the whistle and this game will have concluded. Mendoza back in the game. Gets to the corner. Mendoza retrieves the ball. He'll put it back into play. Mendoza has it lined up for a corner kick. The ball goes out off of Mendoza. Again, not much time left in this game. Rowe Warriors. Not sure they've even have time to get it downfield now. Throw in taken away by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs on a second half goal, leading 1-0, trying to close this out for pool play. Our next game is Edinburgh. Taking on Brownsville Pace. And that will do it. This game is in the books. Mac High scores the only game. The only goal of the game. It came here in the second half, and they win this by the score of 1-0. Reminding you, our archives are available on the website immediately. We'll also be having some highlight reels put together from this tournament day one, and some of that will include some of the great goalkeeping in this game by the Mac High Bulldogs, who get the shutout in a pool play win over Nikki Rowe. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. Got to get set up for the next one. Pace takes on Edinburgh. Until next, I'm gone for now. We'll see you soon.